How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I will be going over a complete mod list. Now this is going to be an updated list. I know I've made a video like this in the past, but I'm constantly getting asked where the parts are from and what parts are on the car, so I figured I'd go ahead and make a little updated video. Now before we jump into the video, let's see if we can get 50 likes. It really helps me out tremendously and it helps me push the video to more of you guys. Alright, so before we actually hop into discussing everything that's on the car, I did go ahead and film a little quick walk around just a second ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that up on the screen right now. So this camera doesn't have a tons of battery, so I'm gonna have to make this somewhat quick. But as you can see, I have a mod list of everything that's done to this car. Go ahead and give you a little bit of backstory of this car. This is a 2001 Mustang GT, so this is the 2-valve, and I guess we'll go ahead and just jump into it. Literally just gonna go down the list because that's pretty much the order that everything was purchased in. So to start it off, I did end up doing a Bluetooth touchscreen radio. Now this is a Pioneer NVH 210EX. A lot of people always ask, I don't know why so many people are obsessed with this head unit, but a lot of people do ask where I get this one from. And I mean, I honestly don't remember. I might have got it off of Amazon. I'm not 100% sure if they still make them, this exact model, because whenever I've looked it up in the past, I've never seen them for sale. And up next, I actually did a whole entire LED conversion light kit. Now that means I've got the headlights, fog lights, everything on the interior, it's all LED. I'm not really gonna show you guys that just cause I mean, you know what LED looks like. And then next, I did end up doing this 8-inch antenna. I know I'm gonna literally go over every single thing that's done to this car, so that's why I'm doing this. And then while we're here, I did end up doing 20% tint. Now I have 20% tint everywhere except for the windshield. And then a lot of people do ask that how did I get this strip up here? Cause there's like these little dotted lines in the inside of the glass. And it's actually, I don't know if you can even see, okay, you can kind of see it right here. It's actually just a black vinyl strip. And then this whole section is 20% tint. So this one will cover the dots and then you'll never have to like worry about it peeling off or anything like that. A lot of people ask me, how did I end up tinting back glass? But I mean, honestly, any tint shop should be able to do this and they should know what they're doing. And working our way back to the back, I did do a sequential taillight kit, which if I go ahead and turn on the lights, you can see how it kind of goes from one bulb to another. And honestly, I mean, it's just something cool that I guess you can do in your taillights. And then going from there, I am lowered on iBox Sportline lowering springs. This will give you about 1.5 inches on all 4 corners. Personally, I don't think they're that bad. They are stiff, but I did expect that whenever I was going into getting some lowering springs. Honestly, wish I would have done coilovers sooner. I still kind of plan on doing those, not 100% sure. And then going up to the front of the car, I did a Mach 1 Grill Delete, as well as a Mach 1 chin spoiler. Also, this is something I forgot to add. I do have SVE Series 1 wheels. These are 18 by 10 in the rear and then 18 by 9 in the fronts. And then along with that, I do have the tire set up. Now the rear is 285 35 18s, and then the fronts are 265 35 18s. This is just something I forgot to add. I knew I would miss something, but back to the video. Coming from there, I do have a custom stereo system in the back. So what it is 2 10-inch subs and a false floor, and then you got the amp back there mounted. A lot of people do always wonder how I had this done, and I do have a complete video going over everything. Basically, quick rundown, it's false floor. Don't have a spare tire in there anymore. Got the 2 subs. But if you want to see more, there's a video in the top right. You can click and it'll go over everything of how I made it. I will go ahead and pop the hood because there is some stuff that's done under there. Okay, so you can't really see it that much, but there is a new Ford Performance intake manifold back there. Now, obviously, if you have a new Edge, you know the stock ones, they're plastic, like where the thermostat housing stuff is, and those are known to crack from factory around like 115, 114,000 miles or something. So mine happened, I think sometime last year, and I did go ahead and replace that. And then while we were under here, obviously this doesn't really count, but I still have it in my list. I got a new fuel filter and an idle air control valve. Obviously, something else you can't really see, I do have 373 rear end gears in the car. And while I went ahead and did the gears, I went ahead and did a new diff cover, just because I think my old one was kind of leaking at the time, and I just went ahead and did that. Looks better and everything. So coming from there, I have these clear corner headlights. Now, if you do want these headlights, I highly recommend going in my description and purchasing them. I got a link straight to Amazon. They're so much cheaper on Amazon compared to any parts store. I love all the other parts stores, but if you can save a few bucks, why not? I think they're like $90 on Amazon compared to like 120 everywhere else. And then this is something else you kind of can't really see, but you know that I did manual swap the car. So I have a Tremec 3650 in there, and then I did have a new clutch at the time. But now I have a different clutch, which is the McLeod Super Street Pro, which I think it's rated for like 550. Obviously this car makes nothing near that. And then along with that stuff, I have all the new lines, all the new harnesses. And then paired with that, I also have the Steeda Triax short throw shifter. And then if you come back up here under the under the hood, I have a JLT cold air intake. You know, it added like 100 horsepower, I think. And then coming back to the rear of the car, I did do a boreless Stinger catback. Now, as far as the exhaust, this is the only thing that's done. A lot of people ask me like what the exhaust is on the car, and honestly, I think this is loud enough. I do want it louder though, but at the same time, this is a great tone as like a cool cruiser, which is basically what this thing is. I mean, it's a NA2 valve at the end of the day, so it's not like it's a race car or anything. But I will throw up a little exhaust video that I took not too long ago. I'll throw that up on the screen right now. And then after that, I did go ahead and throw some new trunk lift supports. You know, it's just more maintenance, kind of like the idle air control valve and everything. But obviously, I'm not going to show you guys that because it's not really that worth it. And just some more maintenance while I was doing the McLeod Super Street Pro, which was like right before Mustang Week last year. I did go ahead and get the back of the engine. I think it was leaking a little bit, so I got a new gasket right there, which isn't really anything that you guys need to know, but still just trying to tell you everything. And then coming to the last few mods, I have these Mach 1 Cobra style pedal covers, which, I mean, I think it just kind of goes along with the whole silver theme that I've got going on. Then on top of that, I have a Cobra style shift knob, which obviously is for the 5-speed, not the 6-speed T56, which also just goes along with the whole silver theme. And then last but not least is probably one of the most asked questions as well, is where did I get this steering wheel? Now, this is a custom made steering wheel from Redline Goods. I am lucky enough that they did work with me on this. Has a little bit of a sponsorship, so I can't express enough. If you do want a wheel, go ahead and go get you one. They are kind of pricey, but they're also the same exact thing from any other steering wheel company that you're gonna get. They're all gonna be expensive, but they also do more than just like expensive wheels. They'll do like covers and everything too. So I guess that's pretty much all I have done to this thing. I know it seems like there's probably a lot more than what I've mentioned. I'm sure I'm forgetting some stuff here and there, but that's pretty much most of the stuff. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. Helps me out tremendously. And other than that, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one.